how you doing today? Welcome back to Sheerbrooke in HRM, our little city on the east coast of Canada, potentially, or wherever the hell you want it to be, but we're building it as if, let's just say that's where the builders are from. I don't care. You want to say it's on Australia, you want to say it's in Cambodia, you want to say it's in Scotland, you want to say it's in Ireland. That sounds fantastic. You do that. But pretend that old Shaner got transplanted wherever you're at, and he's building this bitch. So today we're just going to do some general screwing around. We're going to do some expansion type work. Oh, that worked nice. I don't want to. Let's do this. So yeah, we're just going to do some basic expansion type stuff. Is this a ridge? It is a ridge. Ooh, this might be a cool spot when we unlock the specialty houses or whatever. We might make him a nice little property up here. Yeah, I'll think about that. That's one thing I wanted to address, by the way. You're going to notice in this series that I have a real hard time staying on task. I don't like to, I'm not one of these people that likes to broadcast their problems, especially mental illness wise. But I have what I would say is fairly severe ADHD, and I leave it untreated kind of purposefully because I don't think that they do a great job of treating ADHD. They kind of just throw drugs at it, which is fine if drugs work for you, that's great, but they don't work for everyone. And it certainly makes somebody rich, which gives people bad incentives. And anyway, I don't want to get political about mental illness, but one thing you'll notice if you're going to stick with me on this channel, but especially within this series, is I'll be jumping around a lot. Maybe you find that fun and exciting. I'm sure some people will find it annoying as hell. I even find it annoying when I'm watching creators sometimes. So I completely understand. And if you happen to see me doing that, make sure to tell me. Leave me criticism. I can take it. So, but yeah, before we get too far off track on an ADHD rant, I want to expand a little bit within this spot of the peninsula. I want to change this. I'd like to make it so this spot here is like up here somewhere. So that way we can potentially run, not potentially, we're going to run a 4-lane road right here. I'd say like right here-ish. So that we can do commercial up beside the railroad tracks. And eventually we're going to change the railroad tracks, but that's not in the cards just yet. And it looks like this thing could potentially get in our way as well, so that's nice. We kind of want to parallel those tracks, so let's just do that for now. Yeah, that's basically perfect. Not basically, it is perfect. And that doesn't happen often, so we'll take that win. I'm just thinking now, we might get a little bit unrealistic here. Run this back a couple. I just think this looks good, and it looks nice and clean. Yeah, I don't have an excuse for this, but we're doing it. We don't have a battery either. That might be one of our unlocks. And that brings us to our next thing. Before we do some work here, I want to spend my points. I don't think I'm going to buy any map yet. If I do, it'll just be maybe these 2, maybe these 4, just to buy up the peninsula. And yeah, what else do we have to do? Maybe develop a little bit over here as well. And then for the next episode, so we'll do a little planning for this. The next episode, I want to focus on moving this. The water can stay. We're going to have to focus on getting rid of the landfill. We'll focus on that at the start of the episode, and then we'll try to move. I'd like to move it like over here somewhere. And what I'd like to do in the long run is kind of have this industrial be kind of like a huge park here, and kind of have it so that it's laid in between, it's easily get toable from our little community that will be here, our little community that will be up here somewhere, and our main community. It'll be kind of like a try point for our industries. So yeah, other than that, that'll probably be the episode. I did a little bit of work here. You'll see I was getting a bunch of people parking here, which we are going to address parking. I think we're going to buy some with this point. I'm not sure if it'll be this point or the next, but we need to put some parking near Main Street for sure, or whatever we're calling our 2-lane collector, our 2 one-way collectors here. We need to put some parking close by, and then we need to also make sure we're getting ready for transit as well. So keeping transit in mind with whatever we do on parking. So okay, with that being said, I'm gonna let it run at 1, and we'll get ready to spend some points. I need to think about this a little bit though, so just I might cut this, I might speed it up while I'm thinking about it. We'll see. Okay, those are my choices. How do we like our trees coming along here? I think, you know what, that looks really good. And picture this, you're coming into the city, having a good day. It's nice and sunny. Hell, you're on your motorcycle. And you see this shitty looking thing here. But oh, look, a couple trees. Isn't that nice? All right. And here's another thing. I've been rethinking this. I don't think this would ever happen. And I'll tell you why. Because there's already a crossroads at the beginning of that roundabout. You could just as easily do this, and you're not going to get enough people walking through here that it's going to interrupt anything. And now that being said, oh, it's not going to like that, is it? It never does. So we'll just do this. Maybe we can try to remove this crosswalk. So yeah, something like that would be much more feasible. Now, can we do this? Oh, it didn't like that. Hopefully they don't lose their houses for that. I would feel bad. Let's try this again. I don't love that. Well, I also hate how this happens. That's really, really silly. But you know what? While it's happening, okay, that's pretty sweet. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I think we'll just leave it like that. See what I mean by ADHD? I'm terrible, bro. Like, it's the worst. I do think paths are cool though, so that's kind of nice. We'll say that's a good ADHD moment. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I really like that. I might even sacrifice this house, to be honest with you. Yeah, we're sacrificing that house. I'm sorry, brother. You had to give your house for the cause, and I really do apologize for that. Okay, let's start with this, and we're gonna have to pause it. So before I get too sissy-ish here, let's just do it. Now, I do kind of like the way that comes in there, so I don't know if I'll change that. But what we will do is maybe we can do this. No, it doesn't look like it. How likely is this? Looks alright. Okay. We like less harsh angles, is what we like. Okay. What do we think? Oh, I like that curve. That looks really good. Yeah, we're keeping that. Okay. Now, we just gotta make this work. Do we have highways yet? We don't. And we're not gonna be getting it for a little bit here. So we'll make this work. Whoops. The angle that I have going on might be actually might be conducive to this. Yeah, you know what? I think this is gonna work out pretty good. Bro, did I just luck out? I'm actually gonna get a little even ballsy here, in my opinion. Okay, what do we think? Can I remove those stupid looking crosswalks? I hope I can. I know that there's a crosswalk. Oh, yes, sir. And it's gonna leave that stupid line, but that's fine. We'll hope that down the road that this will get fixed. Just want to make sure there's no lights here anywhere. Don't want to hit a light until we get. And now that we have bigger, actually, yeah, let's do this too. Is that enough? Is that enough? Oh wait, actually, this is going. I forgot about that. Perfect. Forgot all about that. And if you don't know why, I'll explain here in just a second. I mean, come on, dude. Come on. Alright, so this is going to be where the roundabout lies. And we're also going to cross the river over yonder. Oh, I mean, where's 180? I mean, I mean, come on, bruh. Alright, now what we're gonna do here is we're going to get a little crazy. Not really. We're gonna jump up over 100 meters or so. We're gonna jump up that bridge. It is, okay. So let's even say over 200 meters. We're going up 5 meters. There's only 4 bridges there. Now we'll go here. 180. We'll go. I'm not crazy about that bridge post just being in the middle of the water there, but that's alright. It looks very good. So I'm coming from this. We'll go 200 meters. Give or take. That's pretty good. Okay. It's not perfect, but I kind of like it. I don't like how it's sloped though. I thought I had this slope better. I mean, yeah, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense because the bridge would be flat. So I think what we'll do, I need to rethink this a little bit. I thought that was going to work out just fine. So maybe what we need to do, maybe we need a little more aggressive. We get to 5. Let me just see what this, okay, it's still going down. That's okay. We're figuring things out here. It's costing us cash, but that's all right. Kind of like the spot. Yep. So now we go back down to 5. I know there's a fix to this. I just can't think of what it is. Maybe it's not doing that 5 degree. This is going to be painful to watch. Okay. So because I flattened it out, maybe I'm overthinking this part and I just need to give up on that bank. I do like the way the banks look, but flat bridges are also cool. They have them in Calgary. You're not going to understand what the hell I'm talking about, but some of you will. So, is this flat? I guess not. Okay, I guess we're going to have to very carefully here. Oh yeah, okay, that'll do it. You can ruin stuff so fast here. If you're doing this, be careful. Not that I'm some kind of legend or anything, but I've done it 4 or 5 times and ruined the water source multiple times. Okay, should that be enough? Now, what do we have going on with the bridge over here? Okay, that'll be fine. Will the game allow you to? It will. Wow. This game's so much better with terrain than Cities 1 was. And then we're going to do this. It can look a little bit engineered up there, but I want it to look a little more natural over here. Alright, that's going to make a big difference, believe it or not. I just realized that we're not running, so I kind of got to get moving here. All of that just for a simple flat bridge. Oh, we're going to slope too. This is too important. Too important. We're going to go slopey mode. Okay, I think we're happy with that. Yes, we're very happy with that. Here's another thing too. Now that we kind of accidentally made this little ridge thing here, once we start to populate this a little more and the poopy water goes away, maybe we run our trail down here with a little bit of a switchback down here and then under the bridge, under both bridges. Maybe we call that the 2-bridge trail or something. Why am I sounding like that character from Lord of the Rings? I don't know. Or more like a Yoda. Oh, what did I just do? Shit. How's this look? I mean, that's a nice sight line, right? I like that. I really like that. I would live in this little community here. Is there anybody walking on Poop Water Trail? Not a soul on Poop Water Trail. It's disappointing. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't disappointed. I took time to build that for my people. Here's another thing. We have decisions to make here. But this was the next thing we were going to do, was look at parks. So I do want to have the Parks Department, and actually the Parks Department is going to be a remnant that stays along with the water stuff, because that's kind of stuff that you can have as infrastructure in your city and it not bother your citizens or anything. But first things first here, we have no parks in the city. This was always going to be a park, so we'll put that there. No. Small plaza. And yeah, at one point I thought maybe there might be something that would fit in here somewhere, but where's the dog park? Oh, does that fit? No way. Okay, so we're gonna have a dog park kind of as the terminus up here of this trail. And we might rethink this. So if you hate this, don't stress, just let me know. There we go. There, now they can take their dogs up to the dog park. Maybe we'll start seeing more dogs on the track. Now, besides that, we want to have, we only have small playgrounds. So we'll give the children another, or will we? No, we're not going to do that. We're actually going to, we'll assume that these guys play at this playground, and we'll give these children up here a playground. We might also give them a small park here, right beside it. Now, what does that do for our park space? Looking pretty good. Let's give these guys the same pair. They're a fair-sized community here. We'll do this one a little differently. We'll go there, and then we'll go here. I'll kind of pre-plan this. Oh, why can't I snap in there? Come on. Come on. Perfect. We're going to get rid of that nub, though. Okay. Nice. Okay, I'd say that's a positive piece of ADHD there. And since we have, we'll do this. But one thing I want to do here is I want to get rid of all that. Might give those guys a corner store as well. I think that makes some sense. I think that makes some sense. Okay, now, did we actually finish? We did, except for the roundabout. So we can run this. And then, I'd say that's overkill, so we'll just go with the medium. Oh yeah, that's nice. That's really great. We'll have to change, I think we'll end up changing this to be a national highway or something, at least coming up to the roundabout. So that way, like, watch the speed limit change here. Like, they're dying off. Now, that's not necessarily the worst thing in the world, so I'm not sure. We'll think about it. But one thing we're going to do here for sure, we need a commercial row running alongside. Oh wait, so let's keep running. So we can actually do that on this side, can't we? So let's just go like halfway for now, and we'll start hooking up a few roads here, and then eventually we'll get some residential in here, and yeah, this side of the water will start to come together very quickly because it's really a pretty small piece of land. Oh, I'm not crazy about that. Okay, that's fine. And now what we want here is, or what I want here. Oh, stop it. I had that so perfect. Look at that. Bro, those never work out like that. That's crazy to me. We're gonna have such a good streetcar network in here. I can't wait. Okay. Hook this one up. So this is like one of those neighborhoods that you would see in a city where maybe like a portion of the city was industrial, but it was like old warehouse buildings, and it got taken back over by developers to, be used for. Which ones do we want here? Let's go with European, and let's do a whole block of them here. But first things first, and eventually we need to start putting some low rent in. But I haven't decided how I want to deal with density yet. But we have to. So I think we could start here. This is going to be controversial stuff. I already know that. Oh, I know that. Okay. So yeah, that's happening. And we will tuck that one. Okay, that got a good portion of our demand anyway. We'll see how tall those buildings turn out. I think it'll be all right. Now we do want some single house back here, I think. That'll be fine. Some single, you know, just detached housing. You know what I'm getting at. What we really need, that's crazy. We need office and industrial. Is there anywhere I could have an office park? Not really. So this is kind of forcing our hand, but I think we're going to save this for the next episode because I'm already up to 35 minutes. So what was the other thing that we wanted to do? Because we did get a good chunk of this done. We wanted to get this done. We got it. We wanted to get that done. We got it. I wanted to fill in some more in here, just keeping up with demand. Yeah, you know what? I think for today, that's where we're gonna leave it, basically. I'm gonna work a little bit on filling, and I'll just end up speeding that up a little bit and leaving it in for the end of the video. I'll tell you why I'm thinking this. So our next move is going to be reaching this progression, buying the necessary garbage stuff so that we can start thinking about getting this moved over here and getting the garbage burnt, and then at the exact same time, we want to focus our education into a couple different funnels. One for, yeah, so one for like this for a technical university to get, and I guess there's a few different funnels in this game. You know what I'm saying? So we get people for all of the important jobs of the city. So that will be our focus of our next episode is buying up land, relocating this over here, building a second education complex that is going to be unique and separate from here because it serves a very different purpose. It'll kind of be our main. If you go to any, Halifax is a great example. A good portion of the south side of Halifax is occupied by 2, 3, up to 4 universities. If you include like CAD and the other ones, like SMU takes up. If this was real life, probably like I'll put a picture of the map in the video here in a minute, and I'll show you just how much of the city that a university might take up in a fair sized city, and that's what we're going for. So yeah, so we are gonna call it there, and then after we get all that done, then we got to start focusing on freight. Is one thing we got to focus on. I want to have a dedicated freight line and passenger train service. Yeah, in that regard, I'd like this city to be a little more like Toronto and a little less like uh, anywhere in the Maritimes. We have really shitty train service. Okay, but anyway, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button and comment. Let me know what you're into in this series, what you're not into in this series, and what you might like to see in the future from a game like this. If you want tips, tricks, whatever. Let me know with a comment in the comment section or just by with your like, and yeah, I really appreciate it. So until next time, we'll see you then. Enjoy me building out the rest of this in silence.